Today in this video there's a really exciting story about vehicle detailing, and I thought I'd make a little video about it because I'm sure there are many of you out there who have experienced something similar. This story is definitely worth watching because a few days ago Michael was here as a guest for the detailing workshop and he brought his Mazda. It's a very new vehicle. It was also a new car and it had only a very few kilometers on it, so it was kind of a demo vehicle. And it went through the car wash a few times and it also stood outside for a while. That means there was a lot of dirt on the vehicle since it stood outside for a while. And of course there was bird droppings and everything that comes with it. He then sent me the following message, which I'm going to play for you now.
Hello Sebastian, I have the following. I bought a new Mazda 6. Unfortunately, it wasn't handed over to me by the dealership the way I would have liked for a new vehicle. I always took very good care of my vehicles before, and they definitely didn't look as bad as this new one. I also pointed that out to the dealership and took it back for corrections. But unfortunately, the result is still not such that I would say that this is not gluing. But I don't want to argue with the car dealership anymore, so I've decided to maybe do a workshop with you, and I think we'll both manage it very well, so that it looks the way a new vehicle should actually look. And otherwise, if it were polished, maybe we could also seal it.
Yes, and now you immediately recognize the vehicle bought from the dealer, not really well prepared, with burnt bird droppings because it was parked outside. In terms of kilometers, very few, everything relaxed. But even a vehicle that always stands outside can just suffer. The Mazda initially looked really good visually when you only had the normal lighting on. You can see that in the picture. You can't really recognize much yet. But after we looked at the right space and the right lighting, I first showed him what you can see when you turn on the proper lighting. The vehicle had massive holograms on it, really severe ones. And when I look at the pictures like this and you see them here next to me, it really drives you absolutely crazy. Besides the usual scratches that were on it, and that happened 100% through the car wash before he owned it. Then we also see these extreme holograms, these small sanding marks from the rotary polishing machine, nicely beveled, quickly and carelessly done. You can really see these lines. They're not even straight, but have real waves in them. That means it was worked on in a really messy, crisscross way. And that was just such a picture. It was an absolute disaster. After he had somewhat overcome the shock, of course it wasn't a huge shock, but he was really surprised because you could see it so clearly. He then started using the polishing machine himself, and we first tackled the issue of posture. So holding the polishing machine correctly, keeping it straight, even on these curves of the hood, so that he first gets a certain feel for how to hold the machine. He should lay the cable over his shoulder so he really gets into the topic. He had already tested it a bit before. He also had a 900 watt DA9 power machine, but he noticed that it runs very unevenly, very roughly. The nice thing was, and this is always the great part about the individual workshops, he saw that he could do it himself, really quickly with a short guide and the right equipment. So he really did everything himself shortly after I showed him. Of course, there was always a new machine and a new challenge with new edges, new curves, and so on. There were always new tips and tricks. But first, let's finish this large area. After we figured out what was best for his paint, the pad and polish combination, he did it all by himself without any problems. That was really great, and that's exactly how it should go. And if you look at the pictures here on the side, you can see what a strong color the red has, this beautiful metallic red, really great. And that's why it makes sense to just get started yourself, to bring something home and simply start working on the vehicle and celebrate some successes. And that's what I say over and over again. If you have the opportunity, if you have a garage somewhere, or maybe you don't have anything yourself, but a friend has a small garage, or at your parents' or grandparents' or whatever, you just need to find a way and get started yourself, get the right equipment and celebrate your own successes. And that was once again the perfect example. And you can really see that beautifully in the photos here. And overall it worked out well. And we found that the Mazda 6 actually had, let's say, relatively soft paint. So we made great progress. With the combination and the blue polishing pad, and for the details we then went back to the 5 and the grey pad. But that was only necessary in a few spots, because otherwise the paint was just very easy to polish due to its softness, and that really worked out great. And after he was able to test all the machines, he realized what was the right fit for him, short machine, long machine. We also noticed, as a representative example, that this is my car now and not his Mazda, but it's also ideal to work on the A-pillars, B-pillars and so on with the small machines, and he worked his way through it completely. And I always say again, also with the pad in front, work on the frame again with the Evo Mini. I also showed him that with his big hood on the Mazda, he should first finish the large area and leave about a 2 centimeter strip around the edge so he doesn't need to focus on that. We'll just take the Evo Mini again and go over the outer frame with the small polishing machine, and you really get an absolutely clean result. You don't even have to focus on the edges. You don't have to be careful at all. Oh, big pad, I'm getting too close again, I'm backing off, then you end up with an uneven finish. No, just leave the frame completely out, finish the large area, and we'll do the last 2 cms, the edges, really clean with the Evo Mini. And he did that wonderfully, and it worked absolutely perfectly. And then the hood is really perfect in every corner all around. That's how it should be. And that worked just as well. And then we also did the sides, the roof area again, which he had to polish on top of the vehicle. And then in the end, and now I come to the conclusion, he realized that you can actually do a great job of working on a vehicle like this yourself. It's actually sad the condition in which a vehicle is returned to the customer even after repairs, because the vehicle was, I think, after the bird droppings had almost gone, the vehicle came back completely covered in holograms, and that is an absolute catastrophe. And that day, he also realized how easy it is to actually repair something like that yourself, to make it beautiful again, even in the time you have available. And we got a lot done that day, and he can now finish the rest at home in a relaxed manner and knows exactly how it works. So just a story, the kind of story that life writes and which many of you have certainly experienced at home when you have dropped off your vehicle somewhere for reconditioning. That's why I definitely wanted to show this and also demonstrate that even as a beginner, after a short introductory training, you can do it really well. And now Michael definitely has the time and the knowledge to handle it all and make everything look nice by himself. And we'll see you next time. And I hope you are spared such experiences. And if you do, then get hands-on and start polishing. Then thank you for watching. Your Sebastian. Bye guys.